Hello,
Hey, what's up? How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you
On
so much
this,
for joining me.
no problem. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, when I received your music, I was like, wow, this is very unique. It's funky, heavy. I love it.
Cool, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, so you're in the Netherlands currently?
Yes, it's that's why it's beer o'clock here, and I don't know about you're in Boston, right?
Yeah, well, people love to drink in Boston. It's a Irish town, so
Yeah. So I heard. So I heard.
yeah, I mean that's pretty much all you find on every corner is a bar.
Cool. Yeah, I've been in Boston, but this was like I guess already like 15 years ago or something.
Okay.
And yeah, but for 2 days, and then we traveled on, so I didn't see much of it. But yeah, cool vibes.
Yeah, well, maybe pretty soon you'll be able to come back, fingers
That would
crossed
be
that
nice.
yeah,
That would
we're
be nice.
turning the page and live music is slowly coming back.
Yeah, how's things over there? Is with concerts?
There's actually been quite a few concerts. Actually Guns N' Roses, they performed there's a baseball stadium where the Red Sox play and
Yeah.
they sometimes have large concerts there. So yeah, Guns N' Roses came a few weeks ago and yeah, so it's pretty exciting that things are starting to happen.
Yeah. And how many people do they allow to participate to as a for the
Oh,
audience?
I think it's if you I think you have to show proof of vaccination
Yeah.
in order to attend the shows, but
Yeah.
I think they're doing full capacity at the moment.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, not here. Not here. Well, they were supposed to open up this summer. That this would be the summer of festivals and the summer of love or whatever. And in
Ah,
the end, they let regulations go like in June, half June, I think it was.
hmm.
And from there on, everybody was like, "Yeah, no masks. Okay, so we're cool, right?" And boom, the
Yeah,
numbers went
that's
up.
when it goes back up.
And yeah, it's a pity because we had a couple of well, we had two shows by the end of July, and one was in Germany, one was in Belgium. Two small festivals, like I don't know, like 400 to 600 people. And yeah, we couldn't go to I mean, the festival in Germany was happening, and they had everything nicely under control there, but we weren't, we couldn't get in Germany because not all of my bandmates had their second shot, or they
Mm.
had, but they you need to be like it needs to be like 2 weeks or something. So we would have to quarantine for 10 days to do a show, and that, and we couldn't do it.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
a
and
bummer.
cancellations now here in Holland. All big festivals have been cancelled. So yeah, it's still a shit show over here.
Yeah, that's rough,
It is.
It's feels like we've been waiting long enough. But I have to applaud you on your upcoming LP Toma.
Yeah.
What I've heard so far, it sounds really killer.
Oh,
And
cool.
I love the covers of Wrathchild by Iron Maiden. That's such a unique cover.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We try to, you know, I think doing covers is actually we had this cover project, in mind for years already, and I sort of thought, we're going to do this in between, like quickly. Well, obviously there was Corona, which made the whole mixing process very difficult. There's only so much you can do, long distance, and then passing files back and fro. So that took a while, but also the process of creating was also um, took us longer than I thought, actually. You would say, yeah, the cover is there, the structure is there. So, yeah, just make it your own, and Bob's your uncle. But no, it was sort of, actually the process, we did a lot of them. We tried a lot. And in the end, only four, remained to our liking, you know, that we thought that they were cool to share on vinyl or online or wherever. But there were quite some that, yeah, we thought, yeah, that's going to work out fine. And in the end, you're like, yeah, you have to still respect the original. And if you're not really contributing anything new or you know, it's obviously everyone wants to, or that could be your goal. Like the cover should be better than the original. I don't think we succeeded in that, but at least that you attribute something new, which is still cool, right?
Absolutely, I would say so. And even reading the comments on the YouTube videos, it seems like everyone agrees.
Yeah. There were some nice comments. Yeah, true.
I was reading about the story of why you decided to cover Black Sabbath's The Wizard. That was a pretty funny story.
Yeah. It was one of those moments where you think everybody is aligned, and well, obviously we had some drinks. Was after a show. Yeah, it was after a show in Germany, I think. No, yeah, and badly visited, so the whole evening was already like, yeah, you know, it was, you know, we always try to make, you know, to make it a good concert. Doesn't matter if there's 100, 200, or just 10 people there, but yeah, you know, you want to play for a crowd, right?
Right.
So this was sort of looking like a bit of a lost evening, but in the end we had a great party by ourselves, and yeah, this was the revenue that we had. This we're gonna do The Wizard, which has been covered numerous times. I mean, you know, which could have been a reason not to do it, but we were all rather adamant about it. And, you know, next day it still sounded good. So yeah, we stuck to the idea.
That's awesome. And have you heard back from any of the members of Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath about your covers, or not yet?
Not yet.
Probably too soon, right?
Yeah, probably too soon. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, you know, especially, well, those two are really like, yeah, iconic songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we've had some really, you know, negative reactions on it too, you know, but you know this is going to happen. If you're going to touch a song that iconic,
yeah,
people are going to be outraged too, you know. What did you do? You know, you raped the song. Well, we tried to do it with respect to the original. And I think Rothschild, lately I'm how do you say this? Validating? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Well, so you have the Iron Maiden with Paul Di'Anno, right? I think it's the first two records, and then Bruce Dickinson came in with, I think it was with Number of the Beast. And I've always, you know, when I grew up, basically I started liking Iron Maiden when Bruce Dickinson was there. So yeah, I listened to the first two albums, but not so much. And lately, I've come to reevaluate, you know, the level of rock that's in the first two albums. Actually, I like those two albums more than whatever came afterwards. But yeah, that's probably because I start to be sounding like a boomer or something. But yeah, it was that was really a song that we really wanted to do, or I wanted to do for a long time. Like, you know, this killer riff, this, yeah, it's, you know, it's a song you have to do. Some songs you have to do. The other two songs are not that known, you know. I guess people that saw Narcos know the theme song, you know, the Narcos.
Yeah, from Netflix.
Yeah. But yeah, then the other song, it's really a Spanish, you know, romantic classic from the 70s. And even, you know, some people in our Spanish audience didn't know the song because they're too young. So they're being reintroduced to the works of Maritrini. That's her name. Yeah, which is nice because I think she was wonderful. But yeah, the original is completely different than the version we did of it.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful song. I'll have to go and listen to the original.
Oh yeah, you won't be disappointed. You know, yeah, I think there's two kinds of romantic sort of ballads coming from Spain. You know, the horrible kind done by Julio Iglesias and the like. Although, you know, there's something to those too. You know, you have to respect Julio Iglesias to some level. And then there's the other kind that's really like gut-wrenchingly beautiful, I think. So yeah.
Oh, very nice. No, I've been going. I guess I'm kind of becoming a boomer myself because I've been going back to music from the 70s and just really appreciating, the musicianship and the lyrics and just the artistry that was there.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Everything's
amazing.
a lot more authentic. I feel like you had to be talented to make it big back then because there wasn't the technology that could, you know, fix your voice or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's true. I totally agree. When I listen, sometimes I even get a bit depressed. You know, you hear stuff that I didn't know before, and I'm listening to a band from the '70s. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is so great. You know, the sound, the level of craftsmanship, but just killer songs. And you're like, these guys were doing this, and they were making an album a year of that level. What am I
Yeah,
doing?
it's crazy.
Maybe I should stop. But yeah, those were the days where I don't know, and authenticity, yeah, just came about, naturally. I guess. I'm sure there were people imitating each other. That's what we do as people. But now, people start to whisper into your ears, yeah, but you have to make sure that you're authentic. So authenticity is something that you are sort of trying to be, which sort of, kills the purpose. You can't be authentic if you're trying to be authentic, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how it is now. But yeah, there was no auto tune and all that stuff back then.
Exactly, yeah. And it looks like you guys will be releasing your album on vinyl, which is coming back, I have to say. I see all these young kids buying vinyl these days, so
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, it is. Yeah, already for a couple of, I think already for a couple of years, vinyl has, yeah, everybody thought vinyl was dead, but now it's coming back tremendously. And, you know, the reason why we're releasing it now and not, what is it, January, last January, had to do with the fact that we had this huge waiting lines for vinyl production. I mean, yeah, you can release an album digitally and then, have vinyl later or CD if you want to do that. But yeah, there's these huge waiting lines. I don't know if this is an international thing. I heard that.
Yeah, that's why I hear from other bands too that they've had to wait like 6 months to get their vinyl.
Yeah, exactly. 6 months now. The factory that did ours. It took them 16 weeks. And now they already said, because we're now working on a new album, which is supposed to be released April next year, and that's gonna be like a real full-length album. Yeah, so I was already concerned. I was like, yeah, can I get a place in line already? Can I buy a place in line right now? So when I deliver the master for vinyl, I don't know, like in December or January, I don't have to wait that long. And so she told me that now it's already 9 months, a waiting
Oh,
line for 9 months.
that's
So, which has to
crazy.
do with the fact that people are more and more releasing on vinyl. But I also heard that in California, there was a factory, a lacquer factory, one of the two left in the world, that burned down last year. And
Oh,
yeah, supposedly that has to do with, or those lines have to do with this burning down of this huge factory producing lacquer that is needed to do vinyl. I
oh,
mean,
wow.
other ways, but it takes longer. Whatever. I'm not a vinyl freak, but yeah, it takes longer. Yeah.
Well, I guess better late than never.
Sure, sure. And yeah, it's lovely that it comes back, because yeah, people. I even heard that the CD is sort of coming back.
That's what I heard too, actually, recently. That it's weird, people were
Yeah,
getting rid of their vinyl, getting rid of their CDs, and then
yeah,
it's popular
yeah,
again.
yeah. Well, for us, it's good, it's a way to. I mean, all this streaming. Yeah, sure. It's easy. It's accessible. But
I think it helps support the artist too, having a physical copy
yeah, definitely,
instead of
definitely.
just, streaming on Spotify where artists get less than a penny. That's so unfair.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird. When I get the sales reports, that's like every week I just have a peek, and then yes, I don't still don't understand how it works exactly, but it depends what kind of connection you have with Spotify. There's these others also, but I mainly focus on Spotify to see what's going on. And yeah, it can happen that you get like half a cent per stream, but it can also happen that you get 0.005 cents per stream. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I know, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, it's a way of spreading your stuff. Yeah, and the people, it's very easy for people to get to know you. So I think for bands, for starting bands or bands, that are still operating in the underground, trying to bump up a bit,
It's a
it's
good way to
very
get
accessible.
discovered.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
the
sure,
way
there's pros and cons to it.
yeah, definitely. And I think, in a couple of years, artists are gonna unite. And if it's not the artist, then definitely it's gonna be the record labels to get better pay for streams. Yeah, let's see what happens. But it's good to see
Yeah,
that vinyl and the CD are making a comeback. Who
yes.
would have thought? Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, because I miss going to stores and just browsing, the racks.
yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's in the past. There's still, vinyl shops. I don't, here in Amsterdam, you have a couple of them. That's nice. But, going to a record store, not knowing what you're going to buy, and just, yeah, most of them don't exist anymore. But most of them went bankrupt. There's just a couple of them left.
Mm,
And yeah, most of it's just happening online now. Online record stores is at the moment. I think that's why where I buy my stuff now. And maybe if you're in a city, you're walking around, you see vinyl shop, you go in, and you get whatever they're offering. But they
hmm
can never compete with the back catalog that online shops have, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But at least a few still exist.
Yeah, well, which is good, which is very good.
Yeah, so Toma comes out in just a couple of days, right? August 26th?
Yeah, this Thursday. Yeah,
Oh, it's just around the corner.
yeah, yeah. It is. It is. Yeah, let's see what happens. The vinyl is limited edition anyway. So and with the waiting lines, there's no way we're gonna do any reprinting of it. Yeah, I'm curious how people will react. I mean, we already released some material on it digitally, in the last year, mainly to show people that we were still alive, that the corona didn't kill the band.
That's good.
But yeah, so it's still, it's always it's always a bit of how do you say this, with some no anxiety, but with some curiosity, how people or critics are going to receive the new thing. Yeah, and in the meantime, as I say, this was meant as a sort of an in-between album that in the end got much more weight because there was nothing else happening.
hmm
But yeah, in the meantime, now we're working on our next full length album. and yeah, which is pretty exciting because that's all new material and all, you know, all stuff we made ourselves.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So gotta stay busy and prolific.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna hit the studios in November and do a really fast mixing, couple of weeks, mastering the thing, and out with it, you know. And yeah, this is mainly where I get my kicks from, you know. Last couple of last year and a half. This is what made me happy. What made us happy, you know, when we were able to rehearse. There was like half a year that we couldn't rehearse at all. But yeah, so just making new stuff, you know, see little babies, new songs, new babies being born, and you know, that's the kicks that you can get if you
Yeah,
can't play
right.
to the crowd.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, and hopefully by that time, you guys can find your way back to the US.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we never played in the US before. I have some relatives in the US. I really like to be in the US, but as a band, we never played. And nor did we play in Mexico. So the plan is, and we were working on this like 2 years ago. We started working on this, but yeah, you know, Corona or COVID or whatever you want to call it, Contivirus, I call it, and so that sort of came in between. But the idea is do like a small tour in Mexico and see if we can jump the border to do maybe a couple of shows in California, just for starters, you know.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah,
Fingers crossed.
need some planning and some preparation. But yeah, that would be really cool. And then yeah, why not just take a plane and go to the other corner where you are, to Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
You don't really have a Boston accent, by the way.
Oh, I don't have it, no.
No, well, it's not.
I'm
like,
originally from Michigan, so that's why.
You are originally from Michigan.
Yes, yeah. So this is a Midwestern accent.
All right. Well, I know Michigan much better than the surroundings of Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my sister used to live in Detroit and in Ann Arbor. What is it called? Ann Arbor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we did
city.
some trips in Michigan, and yeah, got really good
what a
friends.
small world.
Sorry?
What a small world, you know. I wasn't expecting you to be familiar with Michigan.
Oh yeah, actually, it's the first place that I visited as a child in the US.
Wow.
No, I'm confusing. First place was Ohio, but yeah, Michigan.
Oh gosh, our rivals.
Yeah. Especially when they play, what is it, the college teams, right?
Yes, the football teams, yeah, they're rivals.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
That must be, yeah, I feel like when people visit the Midwest for the first time, they're just very surprised by how spread out things are and how big the shops are, like Walmart.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that was quite of a impression on you, seeing Ohio.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ohio, and beautiful, you know. I mean, I did some road trips also in that area. And yeah, if we would stay in Ohio, we would drive to Detroit. Through Detroit to Chicago. So yeah, and I mean that's pretty lame, by the way. It's a very long and lame route. Yeah. But if you go north to the lakes, it's amazing.
It's more beautiful, fantastic.
Yeah. Really cool.
You're making me miss Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have to maybe next. I was supposed to go to Ohio this Thanksgiving, but yeah, we changed the date for our recording, so we will be in the studio when it's Thanksgiving. So it's not going to happen. If it would have happened, I would have definitely stopped in Michigan too. But yeah, so next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Lots to look forward to.
Exactly.
Well, I really appreciate your time. I know it's late there, so
Okay.
I really appreciate talking with you and can't wait to see what you guys have coming up.
Same here. We'll keep you posted. And yeah, thanks for having me. And whenever there's anything happening for us in Boston, we'll make sure you know.